This is a brick. This is a stack of bricks. And this is a house made of bricks. Now, one brick does not equal a beautiful home. If you only have one brick, you're homeless. The more bricks you have, the closer you are to a home, and the average human spends 16 to 17 hours awake each day. That's 1,000 minutes or 100 sets of 10 minutes each. This sure looks like a brick. This sure looks like a stack of bricks. So this sure could be a beautiful home. Beautiful home. Your life is shit. You're miserable. That's okay. What we need is a beautiful home. Your home could be anything. Learning to code, becoming a husband and or a dad.
In that order, as the Lord intended.
But when zoomed in on, all accomplishments are just a sequence of bricks stacked on top of one another. 10 10-minute bricks stacked every day for a year is 3,650 bricks, 36,500 minutes. Now over 10 years, that's 6,088 hours, or 36,500 bricks. Now that's a big fucking house. Here's the main idea. Write this down. The more bricks, the bigger the house you can build. The more grand the dream, the more amazing the success. These 100 blocks of 10 minutes each is a small representation of your life. A single day. What you do in these 100 blocks will decide what your future will look like. If you spend 50 blocks a day, 500 minutes, 8.3 hours jerking your little wiener, within the year you will grind down the already small amount of stub you have down there. Not a good investment. What do you think is important? Work, 48 boxes. Feeding the enemy mid laner, 12 boxes. Eating food, 5 boxes. Random scrolling on socials, 9 boxes. Proving to the bullies of your past, to the gym, that they weren't right about you being a pussy, 4.5 boxes. You're running out of boxes, dude. If your favorite recreation is video games, then you'd have to consider the value you place on fun and see how many boxes it warrants. Now this is where we encounter the 4 F's. Fun, future, forced, and fucking stupid shit. Fun is video games. It ain't great for future you, but getting dismantled by an 8-year-old is something you're interested in on a daily basis. Everyone needs fun. You know, we're not all David Goggins. Sometimes there are no boats that need to be carried.
Who's gonna carry the boats?
Future is activities that are investments for future you. Achieving financial literacy, going to school to finish a degree, maybe even playing video games falls into this category. But that's if you're spending this time building a business or something in that context. And forced is shit you have to do. Laundry, eating, looking at your ex's story. Maybe not that one. And fucking stupid shit is self-explanatory. That's the stuff that sometimes is fun, sometimes isn't, but actively sacrifices value away from future you. It hurts you. Here's the main idea. Your house is built with compounding future bricks and minimizing fucking stupid shit bricks. If you're obese and you've just had dinner and then you spend another brick on shotgunning a Mountain Dew Red, that's a fucking stupid shit brick. If you instead spend a brick on simply not doing that, which you usually do because you're 500 pounds, that is a future brick. Future bricks are small, minuscule changes that once compounded turn into big changes. Houses. If you're 500 pounds, your future brick cannot say, get abs. You would need a magic spell, you fat fuck. And since we don't live in J.K. Rowling's world where there's magic and everyone's part of the LGBTQ community retrospectively, you should probably choose a smaller brick, like simply sitting with your feet up and moving your ankles in circles. It may seem insignificant, but that's a goddamn future brick right there. You're choosing something slightly active that doesn't make you fatter. Ankle circles. And if you're 500 pounds, there's no doubt in my mind that your ankle mobility is worse than a seal. And before we know it, we're stacking future bricks and building our very own house, our dream. The process of not being 500 pounds. Ankle circles, standing up and sitting back down, walking around during commercial breaks, walking for a mile, light yoga, hard yoga, running, bodybuilding. Now there's no telling how long each step will take you. Everyone has a different journey. The only thing that matters is moving forward and not moving backwards. No matter the speed, forward momentum, no matter how minuscule the momentum may be. It doesn't matter if ankle circles to walking around during commercial breaks while watching football takes an entire year. This is your life, and the best friend, the person who has the most control and effect on you in the future, is you right now. Let's assume you live till you're 90 years old. This is a 90-year life in years, months, and now weeks. 4,680 of them. Now this is the life of an average North American. 286 weeks spent in early childhood, 312 spent in elementary school, 156 weeks spent in middle school, 208 spent in high school, the same amount spent in college, then 2,106 weeks spent in a career, and finally 1,352 in retirement. And you're dead. Some version of this will be your whole life. It's not that much. Your entire life on one page. And that's if you even make it to 90. Statistically, as a man, you have a 14% chance. As a woman, that rises to 34. So really, for most of you, I'm being pretty generous. Clearly, your weeks are precious, meaning the days within them are even more so. There should be only two ways you spend your weeks. The first way is enjoying them, making memories, doing something completely new. In this, we can't get enjoyment and safety confused. I'm gonna be honest with you here. I have pretty brutal social anxiety, so although my week might be better spent alone because then I have less anxiety in the moment, I know that real enjoyment exists beyond the anxiety that social situation induce. I need to face that demon in order to be truly happy. Now, the only other way to spend your weeks is by building something that makes your future weeks or the weeks of others more enjoyable. This is the habitual practice of stacking future bricks, either for yourself or for others. Ideally, you can do both of these two things at the same time, like being fulfilled at your job. You're enjoying the time you spend there, finding it sufficiently challenging and interesting, but you're also earning money that future you can spend on either yourself or family. Now, these two positive ways of spending your weeks are pretty obvious. I do tell you them in hopes that this is how you spend the rest of your weeks of your life, but more importantly, there's something I want you not to do. Something I'm afraid is the ball and chain around so many people's ankles around the world. And that's introducing the worst possible way to use your weeks, doing neither the first nor the second of these things. Some words to describe these weeks: similar, safe, monotony, feeling as if life is just draining out of you, feeling as if life is just passing you by. This is the worst way to spend your weeks, not enjoying them and not doing anything proactive in hopes you can enjoy the ones that are coming in your future. This is where I am most of the time. It's so easy for me to get stuck because being stuck feels safe, and safe is good, and good is safe. So life will drain, and I will wait for my 90 years spent week in weeks for the days I hate. Lessons from your older brother.